What's up, people? Welcome or welcome back to Invest with T-Claus. My name is Tevi, and this channel is dedicated to my investment journey, along with coverage on crypto, Tesla, Neo, Virgin Galactic, and ChargePoint. Come for the information and stay for the perspective. So starting with some macro news today, I think it's fair to say that many market participants are breathing a sigh of relief after JP Chase, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo all reported earnings above analyst expectations. The relevance here is, of course, that the storm may have passed when it comes to banks' blowout stories. We also received good news with the CPI coming in lower than expected. The print was 5% flat versus the projected 5.1%. Fun fact, the last time inflation was this low was June of 2021. I'll get to Neo in just a moment, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum have now regained key levels that we have not seen in over a year. Bitcoin is over $30,000 and Ethereum is over $2,000. Both have doubled year to date, so you gotta pay attention and quiet the FUD, that's fear, uncertainty, and doubt that is out there floating around, or you'll actually miss out on some serious gains. Meanwhile, Neo is up 2.89% for the week and regained some ground after hitting a new year-to-date low a couple of weeks back. And so in today's video, I'll briefly go over what Neo has been up to as of late. We'll check on the latest price targets, and I'll close with why I'm not currently adding more to my Neo position, and instead, I'm buying this new stock. More on that later. So as always, this isn't to be taken as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is my personal approach to investing and the thought process behind it. I'd recommend watching all the way through so that you don't miss out on any pertinent information I'll be sharing. Drop this video an early like if you haven't already, and hit that subscribe button. Those are two easy ways to show your support to the channel and help it grow if you appreciate the content. All right, let's get into it. So what has Neo been up to? What I keep a pulse on when it comes to Neo is its core priorities for 2023. Again, that would be expanding into the European market and maintaining and or growing their presence in China. To further protect against supply chain issues, Neo just entered into its second year-to-date high-profile supplier partnership. This time it's with Wencan, who is one of China's best-known supplier of integrated die-casting parts. With this partnership, Neo will have better access to critical product, including integrated battery boxes, core electrical vehicle components, and automotive chassis. Again, big focus on alleviating any and all supply chain issues Neo was plagued with all throughout 2022. This frankly explains the high confidence Neo execs have displayed when communicating their ability to meet the vehicle delivery goals for 2023. Moving to the European expansion, the ET5 sedan officially started delivery in Germany, Sweden, and the Netherlands. The ET5 from Neo's lineup is the direct competitor to Tesla's Model 3. And with it, Neo is offering it to its customers via the subscription model or lease we talked about in previous videos, as well as direct sale. The delivery is kicked off on March 31st. Now, just a day prior to the ET5 delivery starting, the second Neo house in Germany was opened in Frankfurt. Neo co-founder and president Quinn Li Hong was present for the event. The European market is an important one for Neo, the reason being that this is how they can demonstrate that they are competitive on a global level before eventually entering the US market mid-decade. And the last noteworthy piece of news that has happened in the last couple of weeks is on the new model front. Neo just this week started allowing customers in China to lock in their orders for the EC7. This is Neo's new flagship coupe SUV above the EC6. Delivery for these will start in May, so not too long of a wait at this point. The bottom line here is this: between the charging infrastructure expansion to support the current fleet of customers both in China and abroad, and the steps taken at a bare minimum to meet the set delivery target for this year, Neo is certainly on track from a business perspective. The stock price may not quite reflect the level of execution that Neo is putting out, but upside is expected, and I, for one, am still super bullish on the stock. But the reality is, I am not the only one who's bullish on the stock. As I look at Analyst Ratings, the consensus is a moderate buy with the following breakdown: 6 buy ratings, 3 hold ratings, and still 0 sell ratings. That's huge. The median price target has risen slightly to $14.92, which is good for a nearly 61% upside from here, right? That's big. That's a solid projected return and definitely not out of reach over the next 12 months, especially with Fed rate cuts in the US planned for 2024. The top end of the price range remains at $25, and the low end is also unchanged at $10. Either way, what this is telling me is there is upside to be had. Remember, again, no sell recommendations despite everything going on at the macro level and despite the fact that the NEO stock is struggling to regain momentum as of late. This now then brings us to what I'm personally doing. As I said earlier in the video, I am pausing on adding to my NEO position, even though fundamentally these are currently great levels to buy in or add with very low premium built into the price as discussed in my last video you can find here. But here's the thing. Bitcoin has quietly but surely regained momentum thanks to all the bank woes caused by the various blowouts following the Silicon Valley Bank incident. Earlier, I also told you that Bitcoin had nearly doubled year to date after bottoming out right around $16,000. The funny thing is, there is a stock out there that has posted even more impressive gains year to date. That would be Riot Platform. The stock is up 47.16% this past week alone, and an impressive 297% year to date. You heard that right. Take it in. That's right. Nearly 300% year to date. Now, I've traded in and out of this stock and used the gains to build up my other positions in NEO, Tesla, Virgin Galactic, as well as adding to my NFT collection. Now, the Riot stock currently trades for $13.48 after this most recent move up. The crazy part is the all-time high achieved when Bitcoin was over 60K is $79.50 per share for Riot. So instead of further averaging down on NEO, I'm once again building up my Riot position before it hits escape velocity alongside Bitcoin. So this week I bought back in with 100 shares at an average price of $12.15. The last point I will make is this. I've secured enough shares of NEO at this point that if for any reason it shot to its all-time high overnight, my ROI or return on investment would be significant enough. So counterbalancing my portfolio with Riot Platform, which is a proxy for Bitcoin for me, is a far better use of capital moving forward. For context, Bitcoin doubled and Riot quadrupled in the same time frame that most everything else in the stock market struggled to gain momentum. The power of Bitcoin, crypto, and crypto mining companies like Riot is that they can decouple from the broader market and provide outsized returns. As we move closer to the end of the hiking cycle by the Fed, risk appetite will return. But not only that, the caution that the SVB saga brought about has many rethinking that crypto may indeed provide a decent hedge against traditional assets. This is why you're seeing crypto move up at a faster pace, and I, for one, do not intend to miss out on the upside. And therefore, a small pivot here to position for what comes next. And on that note, that is it for me today, keeping it short and to the point. If you found value in my content, click that like button and share with others who you think could also benefit from it. For my newcomers, subscribe, it's free, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you too can stay in the know. I'll be back on Sunday for my weekly video. Till then, you can keep up with me here on Twitter for crypto and NFT related news. Thank you for watching, stay humble, hustle hard, and I'll see you in the next one.